This video might be a little bit sad. This is the Last HP MAX 357 from AEA. So this will be like a little send-off video for it. I wasn't planning on tethering, but we're gonna be tethering today. This cylinder is capable of 4,500 PSI, but the AEA HP MAX is only capable of around 3,500 to 3,600 before it starts the valve lock. So I'm gonna be running this inline Regboy regulator. We'll possibly do different PSI ranges from, we'll say like 3,000 to 3,500 and see how it goes. We're gonna be using pellets for the majority of this video. I haven't had too much luck with the slugs that I put through it. The pellets seem a little bit more accurate, so we're gonna stick with the slugs when it comes down to the penetration tests. A big thank you to Tom at Bluegrass Big Bore for sending out this AEA HP MAX for me to try out today. We're at 3,500 PSI on the tether. We're at about 55, 60 yards. 827 feet per second. We're at 3,500 PSI. Let's go for that top middle headshot. I bumped the scope down just a tiny bit. For a second, I thought we went through the same hole, but I hit way left. I have no idea what was up with that pellet. Let's do this one more time. Second target on the right. We're gonna go for center bullseye. I might hit the Texas Star as it's right in front of me though. Bumped it a little bit more to the right. Let's keep going. Top middle headshot. All right, so we got a couple of flyers, but we're getting some stacked in there. Before we move up, I want to take out that Texas Star down there. I want to see if these pellets will actually drop that star. Takes a little bit over 100 foot-pounds with slugs. These pellets might flatten out a little bit too much and lose their energy, so we'll just have to see. It's a steel slapper. All right, 30 yards, let's do a group. I might have to adjust this down a little bit. Let's go for center bullseye. Ricochet for Sony. Let's go for that exact same hole that I just put in there. Top middle headshot. Pretty solid group right there with the pellets. I might have done this previously with an Xbox controller. It deserved it. This one doesn't really deserve it, but it just needs to be destroyed. I think I can fix this with a little Flex Seal. Texas Star time. Let's drop these real quick, and then we're gonna move on. Pink ones first. This 357 HP MAX makes short work of Texas Stars. Steel slapping goodness. We got 2 Mountain Dews on top of my target stand, full of yellow number 5. Let's take care of that. All right, we got the spinning wheel of death, trying to protect those Mountain Dews. We can't let that happen though. We have a serious problem here. The Mountain Dew is trying to chemically castrate the local deer population. Their testicles are going to shrink so small that they compress and explode. Oh, and it's after my archery target stand too for some reason. Time for the pizza pan penetration test. Pellets are up first. 11 pans. Well, there's the pellet. Thing got a little roughed up. We made it cleanly through 7 plates. That's what they all look like. Here's the 8th. Let's try a slug now. Up next, let's try this Texon Precision Pellet 68 grain slug. I'm gonna keep the same plates, I'm just gonna aim for a different spot. Hopefully. Same deal, we made it through 7 pans. The 8th one, that was where it stopped. Last but not least, we got this hollow point 95 grain slug from Hunter Supply. Let's see how that does. I gotta finagle the aim on this one. Same exact results. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now someone was giving me crap about using hollow points for a penetration test. I'm not using the hollow points because I think they're going to penetrate further. One, I'm kind of limited on ammo. I don't really have the ability to pick through all this different stuff. So if I have a hollow point, I'm going to try the hollow point. And the kind of funny thing is, these just kind of flatten down and form a little like hollow core. They don't expand. So these aren't really losing too much energy. If anything, I feel like the pellet should have flattened out more. Even that didn't do it, just kind of like the tip gets pushed down. If we were shooting soft tissue, obviously the hollow point is not going to make it as far. It's just going to expand and lose all of its energy, dumping it into the material. So technically, a hollow point is not the worst thing that you can use for penetration. It might not be ideal, but it's not necessarily going to be terribly bad. Let's wrap up with a ballistics gel test. 80.8 grain pellets are up first. 829 feet per second. That was a solid pass through. Doesn't look like much cavitation. The 68 grain slugs from Texon Precision Pellet are up next. 878 feet per second. I'll have to wait till I see the high speed. Cavitation looks like it was a little bit more. Last but not least, 95 grain hollow point slugs from Hunter Supply. 796 feet per second. I don't see a bunch of cavitation, but I'm assuming there must be in that high speed. The 95 grain hollow point slug did not make it all the way through. It had to have dumped extra energy into that gel. It's kind of sad to see this thing go, considering it's the last one that they're gonna make. It's a pretty cool air rifle. The only thing I would highly suggest for the person receiving this or anyone that has one is I would definitely put a regulator on this. It makes a lot more sense to have this thing regulated just so you can take advantage of this 4,500 PSI cylinder, and that way you can get a ton of steady shots all the way down to the regulated pressure. So I'll leave you off with that. See ya.